Have you been procrastinating about buying a home? Something you know you should do, but you haven't taken advantage of? Now is the time. Stop procrastinating.
That's right. So maybe one of your goals for 2020, we always do these New Year's resolutions, what we want. It's always to lose weight, eat better, drink less, or drink more water, save more. Or maybe it's, I want to get into a home. Your family needs to get into a home. So how do you do that? So let's help you make this dream of home ownership happen in 2020.
Okay, well, there's a few reasons why 2020 is a great year to do that. Number one is lending is flexible once again. After the global meltdown, we had really tight lending standards, and it was very hard to buy a home. We're not quite that loose like we were back in the early 2000s.
Thank God.
Yeah, thank goodness. We don't want that. But there are flexible lending standards, which means there's programs available to help you buy a home. You don't need 20% down. You don't even need 10% down. And in some cases, you don't even need $1 down. So speak to your local mortgage professional. And I say local because if you need down payment assistance, those are local, sometimes statewide, sometimes citywide, city-specific.
So excited. He's even ahead of the slides.
You couldn't need the slides.
I know. He can't wait to talk about it. We just want to make sure. So, okay. Basically, we want to just go over making the dream of home ownership reality in 2020. So what are some of the steps? Even Martin Luther King, you know, we just had his holiday and celebration of the great Martin Luther King about I have a dream. And a lot of our dreams, there's nothing like the dream of home ownership, plain and simple. And we love the fact, we love our jobs because we get to help a lot of you with the dream of home ownership. So
interesting. Somebody said the other day to me, this is the easiest sales job I've ever had in my life. I sell the American dream. And I was like, wow, that's great.
Yeah.
Truly great.
Where was that? That was pretty good. I remember that. Yeah, it was good stuff. Yeah. All right, so how can I better understand the process and how much can I afford?
Well, the reality is you've got more information online than you could ever wish for about buying a home today, but it can be very confusing. So the best place to start is a local real estate agent and a local lender. Not a giant online lender. I promise you the people that work at those big companies, won't name any names, are not the highest level professionals available. The highest level professionals available work at non-bank, small, direct local lenders.
Yes, and they will walk you through the path and give you all the options. Because remember, the online lenders or possibly even a lot of the big banks don't have all the options available to you, so they're going to try to force you into the options that they have as opposed to giving you the option that's correct for you. And it could be, like Gino said, this next point on this list, how much do I need for down payment?
I really did get ahead of myself, didn't I?
Told you get so excited.
Well, okay, it happens.
Now you can go on with your down payment. You started it, but I cut you off.
Well, so I also forgot to mention veterans. Veterans can get into a home with no money down as well. And now when we say no money for down payment, you also have to take into consideration closing costs. Sometimes those can be paid by the seller. Sometimes those can be paid by some sort of down payment assistance program. There's multiple ways to skin this cat, and that's why you need a local professional.
That's right. So look into it, because you'll be surprised. A lot of you are saying, every time we see the statistics, they say something like 75% of you believe you have to have 20% down, and you have to have 700.
It is getting better, but it's still some astronomical number.
Yeah, or that you need a 720 FICO score, credit score. So you don't need either of those. Just find out what your options are, and maybe if you're not quite there, we can put together a plan. 1 year goes by like that. We've done it many times. We put together a plan, and 6 months later, a year later, you're getting into your new home.
Or the opposite. We've had many people that say, hey, I'm planning because I'd like to get into a home in a year. We look at their stuff, we're like, why? You can do it now.
Ready. We had one in 30 days.
It's so fast.
30 days. He's like, and he was so excited because they just had the dream of it and hope of it. And we're like, hey, we're ready to go. How about we got this plan, we got this, we'll find you a home. Gave it to a local real estate professional, found exactly what they wanted, not what they wanted to sell, what they wanted. And they were in a home literally in less than 2 months.
Yeah, and you got a nice bottle of Johnny Walker Blue for that.
Yeah, baby.
Yeah. He was going to share, but the thing was gone within like 30 minutes. I don't know what happened.
It's Johnny Blue. Yeah. All right, one more thing. Basically, savings takes time. Practice living on a budget. So a lot of you, what this means is, a lot of you say, I can't afford a home. And you'd be surprised. One, again, talk to your direct lender and find out what the net cost of the home. I bet you it's lower than what you're paying in rent, because in most cases you can write off the interest, you can write off the property taxes and so forth. Your net payment, not including principal reduction. A lot of your payments go into a principal reduction, a forced savings account. So that is one of the options for you to look into, plus getting used to the payment.
Yeah, I think this is really good advice, is to pay your rent and take the additional $300, $400, $500 a month of cash flow, not net payment, but of cash flow, and set it aside, and set it aside, and set it aside. And if nothing else, what's the worst thing that happened? You saved money? What a horrible thing.
Right, but you're probably going to find that right now, delinquency levels for home ownership at the lowest level in 53 years or 60 years.
Much,
yeah, it's below 3% right now. It's ridiculous, like 1.5%.
And that's because of good lending, good jobs, low interest rates, a million reasons to buy right now.
But be careful. There is talk about these lending standards tightening up a little bit.
Already on January 1st, there's one thing called the patch. That may go away, and if the patch goes away January 1st, 2021, that's going to make lending a little more difficult for you.
That's right. So get in now, check it out. The dream of homeownership is here for you in 2020. Also, you can get these sent right to your phone by texting NREC to number 58885 or
DonandGino.com.
Wow. And also check us out. We have a big event.
I was thinking about Momentum Builder.
Okay. Yeah. Momentum Builder is coming up. It's our second annual Momentum Builder 2020. It's going to be in LA at the Universal Sheraton March 5th for 500 of the best real estate agents. You better get in now because there's limited seating. We have the most amazing speakers. It's going to change your career. We guarantee it, actually. So go to DonandGino.com or MomentumBuilderEvent.com.